My name is Arthur Harris. I'll be your host today with this presentation of how to convert your IRA to a Roth IRA virtually tax-free. Here are the mandatory disclosures. Keep in mind, I'm a financial advisor, not a CPA, enrolled agent, or attorney. So the contents of this presentation is based on things I see day to day in my practice, and not specific advice for your situation. That being said, I do have over 38 years of insurance experience in the senior market. In 2016, though, I ran for president. Unfortunately, I didn't win. So they bumped me up to be the face of the bestofliferseniors.com. What a great bunch of guys. Check them out. You'll have a good time. You might need this information. The goal for this seminar is to understand the various differences of all the IRAs there are, and the difference between a 401k and 403b and a Roth IRA. What it might cost in income tax to convert your IRA or traditional retirement plan to a Roth IRA. How to create a backdoor strategy to save pre-tax dollars to roll into your Roth IRA. This will allow you to contribute far more than the standard annual limits for your tax-free retirement plan. The IRA was created in 1974. Funding comes from pre-tax dollars and or rollovers from other retirement plans. Contributions could be as little as $5,500 for a traditional IRA to $55,000 for a SEP IRA. These are all retirement plans and are designed to be used after age 59 and a half and must be started by age 70 and a half. All income from an IRA is treated as income and is taxed as income. If you work for your own company or if you have income that exceeds $250,000, you should have a SEP IRA. With a SEP IRA, you can contribute up to $55,000 pre-tax dollars with no catch-up contributions every year. A simple IRA or a simple 401k have lower tax-deferred contribution limits than a SEP IRA. Both simple plans have a contribution limit of $12,500 for 2018. with an additional $3,000 catch-up contribution if you're over 50. A 403b is the retirement plan for public schools and paid clergy. There are specific income limits. These plans allow up to $18,000 a year in pre-tax contributions. The Roth IRA is the new kid on the block. It was created in 1997 by then-Senator William Roth and Bob Packwood, and was originally called the IRA Plus. This plan allows for the principal to be withdrawn at any time, and the earnings may be withdrawn tax and penalty-free in 5 years. The Roth IRA doesn't have a required minimum distribution and doesn't have to be taken at all. All the proceeds can be inherited tax-free. If you're married and both of you have a Roth, and one of you moves to the next plane, the Roth can be transferred to your spouse without penalty. With a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA, you're limited to the amount of new contributions you can add to your account every year. For 2018, it's $5,500 with an additional $1,000 in tax-free contributions if you're older than 50. Wherever you put your retirement savings, traditional, SEP, or simple IRA, the amount placed in these accounts reduces your income tax liability for that amount. Although you have annual limits to the amount of contributions to a Roth IRA, those contributions are taxed at the rate of your regular income tax for that year. Growth is not taxed in either a traditional or Roth IRA. Other qualified retirement accounts can be rolled into a Roth or traditional IRA. IRA or Roth IRA contributions are separate from 401k contributions. You can actually have all of them and fund all or part of them. The difference between an IRA and a Roth IRA is so different when it comes to distribution. All IRAs would start normal distributions at 59.5 unless there were special circumstances. That's where the similarities end. Traditional, simple, or SEP IRAs require that you take a minimum distribution when you're 70.5. There is no required distribution ever for a Roth IRA. There is no tax on the proceeds or the growth ever, not for you, not for your family. Proceeds from a Roth are invisible to any taxes or to the cost of Medicare. Income from an IRA is treated as added income to your existing income to give you a total income tax. A Roth IRA doesn't have any tax liability. Having an income change because of a required minimum distribution from an IRA might cause an increase in Medicare Part B and D premiums. A Roth IRA distribution won't affect tax liability because a Roth IRA has no tax liability. Sometimes there are circumstances that would relate to the contract bearer's employment and their age. There may be specific content related to the contract holder as a shareholder of the company and the company's shareholder value therein. To give a detailed analysis as to the options for release, the actual contract needs to be reviewed. Most annuities have surrender charges. If you have recently changed your annuity from one carrier to another, there may be a time you have no access to your money without what is called a surrender charge. To make the conversion from an IRA to a Roth IRA, it's best to do it when there are no surrender charges. When a Roth IRA is started, it takes 5 years to go through what is called a seasoning period. All other Roth IRAs started looks to the first Roth for the initialization date. This date always starts on January 1st of the year the first Roth was created, even if the Roth was created in June or December. After the initial seasoning period, earnings may be withdrawn tax and penalty free as long as all the other conditions are met. The seasoning period for the first Roth IRA is 5 years, starting in January the year that it was established, no matter when in the year it was actually established. All other Roths look to the first Roth seasoning beginning date. The next and probably the biggest obstacle to overcome when transitioning an IRA to a Roth IRA is tax liability. This brings up a very interesting condition where qualified money from an IRA or 401k is turned into invisible non-tax money. The issue? No one pays taxes on IRA money. The 2013 Congress changed the law so that taxpayers could convert their qualified plan to a Roth, as long as they pay the initial taxes at conversion. What is the tax liability for 2018? As a result of the Jobs Act and tax cuts of 2017, this is what it looks like. Money that falls within these regions on this chart is taxed at that rate. Income from $0 to $19,050 without deductions pay 10%. Income over that to $77,400 pays 12%. All but one income group will pay less in taxes. This is a graphic representation of the 6 tax groups. On the bottom from left to right are the various income thresholds. Vertically, there are 6 tax levels for that income. Remember, each of us have different tax responsibilities. Only you know, or maybe your accountant knows, what deductions you're claiming to reduce your tax liability. Check the $77,400 mark. Taxes jumped 10%, from 12% to 22%. Having an IRA or 401k, even a health savings account, can push your tax liability down enough to stay within the 12% tax bracket. This happens in another region on the tax map. If you haven't talked to your accountant about your tax liability for 2018, you really need to. You can use an IRA, a 401k, a health savings account to help you reduce your tax liability threshold to minimize your tax liability. There are a myriad of insurance companies that are offering high-yield bonuses for their retirement accounts to help offset the costs required for this type of conversion. We'll illustrate using one of these high-yield Roth IRA accounts from an A-rated carrier offering a 25% bonus. With a $250,000 IRA rollover, the tax liability would be 24% or $60,000, leaving $190,000 to transfer. A 25% bonus on $190,000 is $47,500. This conversion virtually cost $12,500 instead of $60,000, with a retirement account value starting at $237,500. This rollover example has less of a tax burden at $100,000. With a tax rate at 22%, this tax liability is $22,000, leaving $78,000. With a bonus, the retirement account is $97,500, a cost of $2,500. This example shows that if slow migration from an IRA to Roth IRA over several years, there could be a 10% growth to the retirement account every time a portion of the IRA is moved to a Roth. $50,000 is the burden, 12% is the tax rate, $6,000 is the tax liability, leaving $44,000. With a 25% bonus, the retirement account value becomes $55,000, a growth of $5,000 tax-free dollars. Another problem when converting an IRA to a Roth is if you're getting an income from your IRA right now. Using two insurance products to support an income stream is called using a ladder. This means transferring all but what you need to maintain your existing income for 5 years. Your income from month to month will remain the same, while your tax-free account grows and becomes seasoned. By overfunding life insurance becomes a retirement tool. Cash value can grow better than in most annuities. The cash value can be accessed by getting loans that the life insurance face value will pay back at the completion of the contract. Although not tax-free, income from real estate is taxed at 3%. The good news is the massive deductions for improvements that can be used for other income. This should be the tax strategy for every American over age 50. This is what is called the 4-bucket tax strategy. Notice the big bucket? That's where you want to put as much of your savings as you can before retirement. Your mission, should you decide to accept it, to convert as much of your cash retirement savings into a tax-free Roth IRA. You will use a chain rollover strategy whereby you'll fund a combination of a simple 401k, simple IRA, or a 401k and a SEP IRA, and roll over what is tax comfortable every year to the Roth IRA. Accounts, a saver can save anywhere from $26,000 to $110,000 pre-tax dollars. Plus, an additional $1,000 in tax credit because you are a saver. We're going to need to get the paperwork started right away. You can send me an email at amharris@thebestoflifeforseniors.com or go to the personal assessment area in thebestoflifeforseniors.com and schedule a video or personal appointment with me, or give me a call at 866-986-9933, extension 1.